Singapore is ramping up efforts to tackle the rising threat of scams, with losses in 2024 hitting record highs. During the Home Affairs Ministry's budget debate, Minister of State for Home Affairs, Xueling, urged Telegram to do more to prevent criminals from using its platform for scams. Geraldine Yap with more.
A whopping $1.1 billion was lost to scams last year, sparking concern among the public and government alike, as the number of cases surged once again compared to the previous year. As the threat of scams escalates, Jurong GRC MP Tan Wu Ming raised a bold question in Parliament. Is Singapore being too lenient on scammers? He proposed that caning be introduced as a penalty for severe cases. It's a suggestion Minister of State for Home Affairs Xueling says the government is considering.
The Sentencing Advisory Panel has recently proposed significant imprisonment terms for offences which facilitate scams. In the cases that have been prosecuted since these guidelines were published, the courts have generally imposed jail terms, including 19 months imprisonment in one case. We will consider Dr. Tan's suggestion for caning to be prescribed for certain scam-related offences, recognising the serious harm they can cause.
Ms. Sun says authorities are working with banks to strengthen anti-scam measures, including cooling off periods for high-risk actions like increasing transaction limits or changing contact details that will allow individuals to assess their actions before authorities step in. But there is another emerging threat: scams involving cryptocurrency losses. The single largest scam that occurred in Singapore last year involved $125 million, targeting the victim's cryptocurrency wallet using malware. Ms. Sun says the government will work with licensed digital token service providers to strengthen anti-scam controls. But there are many other overseas providers that are unregulated and outside the reach of Singapore's laws. She again cautioned the general public to stay away from cryptocurrency because the risks of getting burnt are high, and those who fall victim to scams will most likely not get a single cent back. The online space is also an area of concern, with 6 in 10 scams occurring through messaging apps and social media platforms. Ms. Sun singled out Telegram, which she says has long prioritized anonymity of its users.
This anonymity is exploited by scammers and other criminals. Drugs are being sold on Telegram. Sexually explicit non-consensual videos are being circulated on Telegram. Specifically on scams, the number of reported scams on Telegram close to doubled in 2024. We urge Telegram to take the online safety of its users seriously and adopt stronger user verification measures to prevent scammers from creating scam accounts. The MHA is monitoring the situation closely, and we will explore further measures to address the scam situation on Telegram, including making use of our legislative levers to ensure compliance.
Ms. Sun shared that MHA is keeping a close eye on the rise of scams where fraudsters impersonate government officials, especially on social media. She also said that the government is looking into ways to tighten regulations and tackle this growing issue head-on.